Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Steve again, Harmless Rebel. Happy New Year. Got a little bit of hard rock and heavy metal to show in this video. My goal in the new year is to do more videos. I've had a few planned for a while, but I've been doing so many live streams with people lately that I just, after doing a 2 or 3 hour live stream, you don't want to do a video the next day. So one of my goals is to sit down and do maybe 2 or 3 videos at a time, and then release them over a week and a half. Try to stay on top of it, though. Not a New Year's resolution, just something that I plan to do this year. The room is coming along enough. You can see all the changes in the background in the room. It's coming along really good. I've got some more stuff to hang up right here in front of me. I had all my CD shelves lining the wall like I did before, but I'm actually about to move 4 of those to another spot and put another record shelf there, another calyx, because unfortunately, even with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even with the 9 cubes as I added, I don't have enough. Which I kind of knew going into it, and I finally have a plan to get that fixed. I also got some stuff. I don't know if I get... No, it's over here. I also finally got a... You can barely see it right there. A really nice interface. And I'm going to start doing some live streaming myself, where I'll play some records while we're streaming. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and where I'm at coming into the new year. But let's just jump in. I got a few albums to show here. A bunch of new stuff, newer stuff. Yeah, most of this is pretty new within the last couple months. And then a few that I just pulled out. But first up, I found a really nice pressing of, when is this one? So this is one of the recent reissues of The World Is Yours from Motorhead. I've still got a few more Motorheads I need to grab, but I'm getting pretty close. And I've actually got most of the harder to find rarer stuff. So now it's kind of filling in these ones that you can get for $20-25. And I'm just grabbing them as I see them. I haven't really been ordering them off the internet. There's enough record stores around here that carry Motorheads. So this is one I just picked up like a week ago. It's one of those albums that I've been seeing. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me. One of those albums I've been seeing for years. I just never grabbed it. But this is Eternal Dark from Picture. Really good, just working class hard rock. I want to say they're like Norwegian or Swedish. I can't remember off the top of my head. This one is a Dutch pressing. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a West German pressing right here. Again, really good hard rock. They kind of veer into metal a little bit on some songs. I really enjoyed this. And then I realized that this picture is the same as this picture. The logos are quite different. They changed up the logo from this one to this one. This is the album before this. So I ended up pulling this one out too, just because I hadn't spun it in years. And really good too. I think this one's an original. No, this is West German too. This one was from some kind of archive. You can see where there was a sticker there that fell off. And there's still a piece of the archive sticker. So I don't know if it was a radio station. It did say archive in German on it. I threw that sticker away. But it had like a number. So, but I mean, it was the vinyl was in mint condition. It sounds great. Really good. Again, just really good hard rock that kind of touches on metal here and there. Really enjoyed this. Actually gave that one a couple spins. Pulled this bad boy out again. This is a funny one for me because I hated this album when it came out. I was so disappointed. That being said, this has one of the best album covers of all time. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is it Sorceress or Sorcerer? I believe it's Sorceress. I can't read it. Let's see, Sorceress, yeah. I don't know if you can see that, man. That's such a killer cover. So I didn't like this when it first came out. I bought it on CD right away. We were doing a trip, and the one thing that's been nice about all the Opeth albums leading up to this one is, although they were getting more progressive with each album, they were still quite a bit of metal in there. And with this one, other than the song Sorceress, which has some really killer metal riffs, there's no other metal on this album. And it really took me 3 or 4 spins, and now I absolutely love this album. This is probably the Opeth that I pull out the most over the last couple years. It's definitely not my favorite Opeth. It's just the one that I just seem to be in the mood for the most lately. So, but I actually have the Opeth album that came out after this that I've had for like 2 years, and it's been sitting in my stack here, and the live album that came out after this. So I need to quit screwing around and spin those. Next up, this was at my local record store. A lot of these splits like this have been coming out lately, bootleg. So I thought that's what it was, but it turns out this is actually an official release from, man, when was it? I want to say it was like 2012 or 2013. But this is Toxic Waste. It's a split between Municipal Waste and Toxic Holocaust. Just killer thrash. Both of those bands are phenomenal. So the Wayside, Trapped in the Sights, and Morning Sex, spelled Morning. And then the Toxic Side is We Bring 'Em Hell and Altered States. These are both killer bands. You can't really go wrong with any of their stuff. But this was really cool and really nice to have. I think I found it for like $12. Next up, probably one of the most underrated Halloween albums out there. This is The Dark Ride. If you guys haven't heard this album, this thing is phenomenal. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like anything after Keeper of the Seven Keys, and I get it. The Kai Hansen stuff is by far my favorite. I love Kai Hansen. But I do like all the Halloween stuff that came out after that. But this one is the one that most harkens to those earlier albums. They kind of went all over the place for a while there. They were still straight up power metal, but they lost some of those heavier riffs on a lot of their albums, and they bring it back with the force here. This album is just fantastic. They're doing reissues of all the Halloween stuff right now. Grab it while you can. The Halloween stuff traditionally sells out pretty quick. They do reissue. They did a reissue like 3 or 4 years ago, and all that stuff sold out, and the price is shot up. So grab the stuff while you can. And then they finally put Metal Jukebox on vinyl, so I had to grab that too. So this is them doing covers. They do some cool stuff on here. It's a Woman, She's a Man from the Scorpions. Locomotive Breath from Toll. Lay All Your Love on Me from ABBA. Space Oddity from Bowie. From the Nowhere, Faith No More. Juggernaut from Frank Marino, which is very cool. All My Love from the Beatles. Faith Healer, Alex Harvey, really killer. Hocus Pocus from Focus. The White Room from Cream, and Mexican from Babe Ruth. Some really cool covers. I really dig this one. I've had the CD for years, so it's nice to see this one finally come out on vinyl. Next up, this is one I bought from Brother Billy Hurst on his Monday night auctions / online record sales. This wasn't an auction. I just paid straight up for this. Every time I run across this, it's trash. This is one that I've wanted for years, but it's the Mystery EP from Dio. Fantastic. Mystery, We Rock, Eat Your Heart Out, and Don't Talk to Strangers. Just a fantastic EP. I would like to find a US pressing just to see if it sounds better than this one. This one sounds pretty good. The bass is never quite where I want it to be on the Japanese metal pressings, though. Next up, another one that I highly recommend. This is Obituary, Cause of Death, Live Infection. So Obituary went in. I believe that it's recorded live in the studio. That's what it sounds like. It's not in front of an audience. I think they recorded these during the pandemic. But they did live versions of their first 2 albums, and they're both fantastic. Really killer. Sounds amazing. Highly, highly recommend that. Highly recommend both of them. I also highly recommend that you do not buy the ones from Death that came out at the same time. And then last but not least, one of the Record Store Day releases that I was really looking forward to. I might have mentioned this in a previous video. I don't know. But I missed Record Store Day. I was in Louisiana visiting family. We got back at about noon that day. We left late Thursday night and got home early afternoon on Friday. And I was able to hit a few record stores. Everything I wanted was still there. I was shocked. This is the first time that I've shown up like 6 or 7 hours later, and every record store that I went to still had everything I wanted. But this is one of them that I really wanted. This is the second album from Kitty Oracle. Their first album is my favorite, but I like this. I hope they do the third album too. I really liked everything that they released, and I like the progression that they made with each of the albums. And then let's see. I want to do that one. Yeah, we'll finish it off with this one, and then we'll do two more, and then some other Record Store Day releases. The Motley Crue Wild Side EP. Let's see. You're All I Need, Wild Side, Home Sweet Home, and Looks That Kill. You guys know I love Motley Crue. Say what you want. I buy all the crap that comes out. And then last but not least, this one, it was kind of a blind buy. It was again Record Store Day. And I hope all the Foo Fighters bought this and hated it. I really do. But this is the Dream Widow album. So I guess Dave Grohl did or was associated with a horror movie. And there was a band called Dream Widow in the movie. And this is the album from that. It's actually really good. It's Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters. And it's, I can't remember his name. Does it say it on here? It's the main guy from Fireball Ministry. So it's the two of them playing all the instruments and writing the songs. And I really dug it. I wasn't sure what to think, but for all you metalheads, if you run across a copy of this, I mean, they're only like $22-$23. Grab it. I really enjoyed it. I listened to it quite a few times. So I believe that is... Oh, the other thing I got, this was kind of a Christmas present to myself. So my birthday is on Christmas, but my birthday's in December, so Metallica always does a 15% off for the month of your birth, which kind of worked out for me because the new Metallica album pre-order went up, and they're doing a limited color for the guys that are part of the guys and gals that are part of the vinyl club. But one of the cool things that Metallica does is every show that they do, they put on CD and sell through their store. So if you guys watched my videos last year, I believe it was look at that. So I saw Metallica 3 times last November. And the way it worked out was I bought tickets to see them in Daytona Beach at Welcome to Rockville, a big festival they have out there. I had never seen Metallica before. Metallica was one of my favorite bands for years. I still love them. And I actually had tickets and was at the show. And I've told this story before, so I'll be brief. But the Lollapalooza that they and Soundgarden headlined, I was at that Lollapalooza. And right after Rancid got done playing, there was maybe one other band, and then Soundgarden was supposed to come on. And while that band after Rancid was on, my girlfriend at the time got really sick, like needed to go to the hospital sick. So we ended up leaving and taking her to the hospital. So I didn't get to see Soundgarden or Metallica. And then I went to Japan shortly after that, and I just never saw them after that, And they announced the Welcome to Rockville, so I bought tickets right away. I wanted to see them. And then, like a month after, they announced they were going to be here in Atlanta the week before Welcome to Rockville. So I was like, F it, I got on there for the pre-order. I got the tickets for cost. I mean, we were maybe 25 feet from the stage. We got there early. Fantastic show. Anyway, So they sell the stuff online. So this is the Atlanta show from November 6, 2021. And then we've got the Welcome to Rockville. So they did 2 shows at Welcome to Rockville. The first day, or the was it the first? It might have been the second day, but they did just like a normal set. But they took everything out from the Black Album because they did the Black Album in full on the Sunday. I think it was Friday was the first, and then Sunday was the second show. And the cool thing about this is, like "Don't Tread on Me" is a song they just don't do live, and I've always loved that song. So when I was in the Navy, so I'm sure you guys have seen the snake flag. It's the Navy Jack that's got the red and white stripes with the snake on it, and it says "Don't Tread on Me." So when I first went in the Navy in '97, only the oldest ship in the Navy had that flag, and it just happened to turn out that the first 2 ships I was stationed on were the oldest ships in the Navy at the time, and so we had those, or we had the flag on the back. And when I was on I can't remember if it was the Independence or the Kitty Hawk, but every ship has a song that they play when they're pulling into port. So you'll see the sailors lining the outside of the ship, and there'll be some music playing over the loudspeakers. Well, I believe it was the Kitty Hawk, but the song for the Kitty Hawk was "Don't Tread on Me" because we had the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, which is very cool. So I've always loved that song, and it was really cool to see him play it live and then to get the CDs. So that's it, guys. I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I'm going to get some more stuff up. I'm going to try to stay on top of it this year. Again, Happy New Year. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.